At number 8, we're going to go with Pathfinder. I know there's going to be some salty people about this, but just hear me out, okay? This optimistic robot will always bring a smile to the battlefield and do its best to keep you optimistic during the combat. Pathfinder's tactical ability is a grappling hook that allows you to close distances and get height pretty quickly, and its ultimate ability is the zipline gun that will create a zipline for you and your team to use. It can be useful. Pathfinder's passive ability also allows you to scan survey beacons to get an advanced look where the next safe zone is going to be. Now, Pathfinder is a solid character overall, but when you get down to it, he's just not the best choice for a game like Apex. Now, due to the team-based gameplay of Apex Legends, Pathfinder's abilities don't really complement the setting very well, and it also doesn't help that his grappling hook is kind of awkward, and it really isn't as helpful as it should be due to its short range and kind of strange pulling animation after you hook onto something. Now, personally, I think Pathfinder will get a decent amount of play once a solo playlist is added to the game, since a grappling hook and advanced safe zone knowledge is going to be helpful when you don't have to worry about teammates. But as of right now, in trios, I think he's the worst character in the game for team play. At number 7, Bloodhound. I know, I can see people's jaws dropping right now. Bloodhound is another character that I think will be great for solo play, but he's not as effective in team situations. Now, he is supposed to be the tracker character, and he's very good at that, but his main flaw is the fact that you have 2 other people with you at all times who are also looking around for enemies. So there's really not as much of a reason to have a designated tracker character. His tactical ability will allow him to ping an area and reveal enemy locations, but it is a very small area. Now, if you are in a situation where you know that the enemy team is in a building, pinging that building is great. His passive ability will let you see enemy footprints for a few seconds after they're left, which can allow you to track people down. And it's kind of hard to see him. I don't know. I think they'll fix it in the future. And his ultimate ability will enhance both of those abilities for a short period of time. He is a cool character. Like I said, I think he has a lot of potential for solo play, but in team situations, I don't think he's as helpful as some other ones on here. You already have 2 other sets of eyes who are always looking out for you as well. And once again, that doesn't mean these characters suck, but somebody has to be at the bottom and somebody has to be at the top. At number 6, Bangalore. Now, Bangalore is a character that's got a good amount of playtime in the beginning of the game's lifespan, but she's quickly starting to fall down the tier list. Now, I know, when you see a Bangalore, a lot of people think, okay, that's a sweat, that's a tryhard. Hear me out, though. Her tactical ability is a smoke grenade, and her ultimate ability is a rolling thunder strike, both of which are pretty nice, but given the large size of Apex maps and the wide open engagements that you often get in, they aren't as helpful as they could be. Her passive ability make her run faster while taking fire. That's kind of a niche situation, can get you out of some trouble, I get it. Personally, I think Bangalore has a ton of potential if she just gets a slight buff. I think her smoke grenade cooldown should be buffed a bit, and she should also be given the ability to see through it the way Caustic can see through his gas grenades. I also think her passive ability should give her a permanent speed boost, not just one when she's taking fire. If those 2 changes were made, I think Bangalore would be one of the best characters in the game for aggressive playstyles. But right now, she's just being held back by a few little things. And once again, these are all little things, guys. All of these characters are viable options, but Apex Legends really puts the premise on team play, and that's kind of how I built out this list. Okay, cracking into the top 5, Caustic. Now, Caustic is a character that people really don't know how to use at first, but he's quickly becoming a very popular choice online. He is all about locking down areas of the map and restricting enemy movement. His tactical ability will allow him to lay down gas traps that are triggered by enemy movement, and his ultimate will drop a massive gas bomb that will drain enemy health and restrict vision. But perhaps the most essential part of Caustic is his passive ability that allows him to remain completely unaffected by his own gas, which means you can run around and you can see perfectly while your enemies are blinded and choking on it. People used to just try to use Caustic offensively, but in the last few days, the meta has been evolving and Caustic is now being used as a more defensive character, and he's great at it. Pro tip here. Drop gas traps and gas grenades on top of your down teammates when you go to revive them. This way, the enemy can't charge you and they can't even see what you're doing, and since you're immune to it, you get a free revive out of it. This is a must. At number 4, Mirage. Now, if you ask me, Mirage is the most underrated character in the game right now. A lot of people would build out this list and probably put Mirage at number 8. Hear me out. Battle Royale games are all about positioning and making sure you're staying hidden as much as possible. But then here comes Mirage, completely destroying all chances of the enemy doing that thanks to his decoy abilities. His tactical ability allows him to deploy a decoy in any direction, and his ultimate ability allows him to send out the whole team of decoys while he remains invisible. Then to top things off, his passive will drop a decoy automatically for 5 seconds whenever he gets knocked down. So Mirage is an extremely frustrating character to play against due to how tricky he can be to pin down if the player knows where they're doing with him. And the reason why he's so powerful in a Battle Royale game is because you just spam out your tactical whenever you get it and send decoys in random directions. People will surely take a shot at them and let you know their location for your team to plan an attack. And since Mirage's abilities charge pretty quickly compared to some others, you can get away with just letting decoys run around whenever you have the option. He's one of the few characters in the game that you actually have to pay for. So that's a problem, a big reason why you don't see a whole lot of him in servers right now. But if you ask me, as the game goes on and people start to figure him out more and more and they start to unlock him, he is going to be one of the most popular characters in the game. I'm calling right now, in a month, I think Mirage is going to be the most used character in Apex Legends. At number 3, my boy Gibraltar. Now, Gibraltar is the Apex Legends equivalent of a tank character that you would find in other hero shooters like Overwatch. In fact, he shares a lot of similarities with Reinhardt from Overwatch. He's big, he has a big shield, he soaks up damage, and he's extremely annoying to deal with if you're on the receiving end of a player who knows what they're doing with it. His tactical ability is a big bubble shield that lasts 15 seconds and cannot be broken by any amount of firepower, and his passive ability will pop up a shield in front of him whenever he aims down the sights of his weapons. Now, due to how scarce ammo can be in Apex Legends, a shield character like Gibraltar is extremely powerful due to how much ammo you have to burn in order to deal with him. Then, as the cherry on top of everything, his ultimate is a mortar strike on a location of his choice. Now, Gibraltar is all about taking up space and getting people off of you, and he is extremely difficult to charge at due to his ADS shield, and he can be very difficult to deal with at range due to his bubble shield. Then, top all that off, you just sneak up on him, he's going to drop a mortar strike and erase your entire team. He is insanely powerful in combat with a team, and he's absolutely going to be one of the most played characters in competitive play, just how Reinhardt is one of the most played characters in Overwatch. At number 2, Lifeline. I'm going to give it to you right now. Lifeline is my main right now, with Gibraltar backing up as my sub. Every hero shooter needs a good medic character, and in Apex Legends, here it is. This spunky character boasts a lot of positivity and some extremely valuable abilities. Her tactical ability is her heal drone, which will heal anyone nearby, and it charges pretty quickly. Her ultimate is a care package, which can be dropped wherever you mark it, will contain 3 high-level defensive items. Then, her passive, which is perhaps her best overall, is a combat medic. This will not only automatically pop a shield wherever she goes to revive a teammate, but it will also allow her to revive the teammates and also use healing items 25% faster than everybody else. In a Battle Royale game, having health is essential. And in Apex Legends, just about every good team will be running a Lifeline for this purpose. Now, her care package takes the time to charge up, and her heal drone and combat medic abilities more than make up for that. And she can easily, single-handedly turn the tide of a battle with them by keeping her teammates healthy. And at number 1 today, Wraith. Without a doubt, one of the most played characters in the game right now due to how insane all of her abilities are. Now, her tactical ability allows her to go into the void for a few seconds, turning you almost completely invisible and making you invincible to any damage, which gives you an excellent repositioning tool during combat and makes her hands down the best character in the game for quick flanks and escapes. Her ultimate allows her to create a portal for anyone to use for 60 seconds, once again, making her extremely good for both flanking and escaping, as she can either create a portal, sneak behind someone, get her whole team there. You can do so many things with that. On top of all that, her passive ability is Voices from the Void, which will give you her audible notification whenever an enemy looks at her. Will let you know whenever you're in harm's way so you can tell your teammates and get ready for a fight. Wraith is such a versatile character, and if you ask me, she's without a doubt the best in the game right now. Her abilities are super helpful in just about every situation, and they charge extremely quickly, which allows her to spam them pretty hard. Every other character in the game seems to specialize in one specific thing, but Wraith, I think she can do mostly everything. And there you have it, my friends. That's a hard list to do. Let me know how I did, if you agree or disagree. It's okay to disagree, just be constructive about it in the comments. Drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you soon.